That's right, it had to go. And welcome back to another episode here on the Hermitcraft Amplified server. We're in the place that needs no introduction. It is Hermit Frills. This is one of the most exciting projects, I think, on the server. You know, all of us coming together to build an amazing theme park full of games. And it is really shaping up. There's a new game over here, we'll talk about that in a second. And as you saw with the time-lapse for the beginning of this episode, we have torn it down, it's gone. I know, big decision to make, but I decided, hey, that thing is ugly, it's not good enough, we're going to tear it down and rebuild it and make something that is jaw-dropping. I might have set the bar a little too high for myself right there, but I really do think what we're going to replace this with is well and truly worth tearing this down. Because, based on your feedback and like giving it some more thought, I did kind of realise that what we had built was kind of ugly and boxy and not especially interesting. Because this is a theme park and things should be themed and look pretty and awesome, like this right here, the Climb Time game, which the CT logo has actually gone from on the front there. I kind of like that. But the sides around the back here have been finished. I'm not sure who actually did that. I think it might have been False. So I was watching Wife vs Minecraft with Corrales and Wifey, and it looked like she was working on this. I also saw Tango mentioned he might finish it as well. But that doesn't matter. Let's talk about what we're here to do today. We're going to be rebuilding this thing. As you saw, I tore it down there. We're just, you know, wasn't pretty enough, wasn't good enough, and what's going to replace it is going to look amazing. And we're actually going to do another time-lapse for that one. It's going to be a double time-lapse episode. I hope you do enjoy the time-lapses. It seems like a lot of people really like them, so we're going to do two today. I thought I'd have a little talk, a little chat to you about that in between those two time-lapses. So over here is Battleships, a game by Zombie Cleo, which is a boat navigation / dodging sort of game. So you've got to put down a boat at the top here. You know, you compete with another hermit, and you got to go through the obstacle course. Now, considering how delicate boats are, this looks really challenging, and I can't wait to give it a go. So, depending on how things go today with our rebuild, maybe this is something that we can do later on in the episode, because there isn't going to be too much to talk about. We're essentially rebuilding the same games. It's all about aesthetics, and believe me, the aesthetics of this thing are going to be wonderful. It really is going to be great. So, let's hop right into this other time-lapse and start rebuilding this. Oh my god, doesn't it look so much better than before? That is absolutely beautiful and amazing, and I love it. This time-lapse turned out really, really great. I'm glad we decided to do that. And this bit right here, you probably can guess, it wasn't made by me. Oh no, that is well and truly out of my skill range right there. And I absolutely love this. This is made by Maiger, who's been a long-time player, a member of our server community, and I'm talking about the XPD, Plot World server, whatever you want to call it. And when I had this idea, actually the idea again was tweeted to me by someone on Twitter, and they basically made like a giant flower over a lily pad, and I thought, yeah, that actually works ever so well because it revolves around the idea of the lily pad being kind of natural, being a plant, and it builds like a nice sense of theme into this thing. So think about that big grey ugly tower that we had before. How much better is this? This is what we want in a theme park, something like this. So anyway, I went and spoke to Maiger. I told him there was basically one thing, because as soon as I thought about building this, I knew who to go to, because Maiger builds big freeform style things. Alright, okay, there's water there. Let's just walk around the back. And yeah, when he was first on the server, he said to me something along the lines of, oh yeah, I'm going to build like a Grim Reaper. And I thought, oh, that'll look interesting. And then I went over there and checked it out. And he had just built this amazing, massive Grim Reaper sitting on a big chair. Something along those lines. My memory is not always so clear. And yeah, and ever since then I've just been impressed with all the things that he builds. Giant dragons and things like that. He's just got a talent for, you know, the big shapes and being able to make them look what they're trying to represent, if you know what I mean. I'm sure you do. So I'm going to put in a ladder here temporarily. What we're actually going to use to get up is a minecart elevator, the sort where you have multiple minecarts and you simply right click to hop between them, so we can get up very quickly. Multiple people can use it at once. And don't tell me that's all the ladders. I'm pretty sure I put a stack of them into my inventory. There we go. And so yeah, when I spoke to him about it, I said basically the one requirement is that there's room to have that elevator to bring you all the way up. And then at the top here we've got a little gap. There's going to be a minecart sitting on here. So when you get to the top you click on this and then you shift click and you land up the top here. Now all of this bit right here just looks absolutely amazing. I really do love it. And I made a little lily pad shape on the server down below. And Maiger actually made it so that this thing right here will be it will be possible to jump into every single block of water. Now the ones at the edge are going to be a lot more difficult, but you know, it's the same for every person every time they jump, so it makes it fair. And this thing just looks amazing. It's all lit up with glowstone. There's some under the carpet, so it's nicely lit, and it's really going to be something special. So when you get up the top here, you just jump out like this, and there you go. You see I hit the edge. See, I got the building of that in the correct place, and that was a lot of fun to build. And look at it. It's just amazing. I keep standing back and looking at it because it just looks so cool. So huge thanks to Maiger for working with me on that. He built all of this right here, and it's just a stunning build. It's going to look really great in this park. And now we've got to build the bottom bit down here. So this is all me, this bottom part, and obviously it's not as impressive as that. I've just chucked down a load of bushes around the outside, because once I built the lily pad shape, I kind of felt like it looked pretty ugly, and even when you throw in some other colours as well, it just didn't quite look right, because all we really see of the lily pad is the top, and we kind of picture them in our mind as being flat, as they are sort of flat in reality and in the game as well, if you know what I mean. So having it pushed up like this did feel a little bit odd, so I decided to put tons of bushes around the outside. It looks a little bit messy at the moment, but I kind of feel like it's going to look a lot better once I get in here and fine-tune things, you know, just put in a few flowers, a few more details, and get it looking a little prettier. So this is going to sit around this thing, and from a distance I was admiring it from over here, or a little bit higher up with my camera count. Let's do that. Let's pillar up together. What do we have? Dirt. We need some more of that. There's going to be some in one of these chests. There we go. Okay, so if we pillar up from back here, it'll look pretty good. And by the way, we haven't got too much more to do with this thing. We just need to build the room underneath, install the elevator, and then it's done. And look at that. From up here, that looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? We need to extend these bushes around the sides and the back a little bit, that's for sure. But what a sight. I'm so pleased with that. That's why I decided to rebuild it, because I knew we could do better. And of course with the help of Maiger, but also all of you as well with your feedback. I mean, someone tweeted this idea. Really appreciate that. I don't really tend to keep track of names when I get ideas sent to me. I just sort of look at them and then write them down. So I apologise for that, but you know, it's like a group effort is something I've been saying a lot lately, because I do so much better when I listen to you guys. Anyway, we're getting on a little bit of a tangent here. There is something else that I want to do around the back. Just want to inform you of all the things I'm going to tweak, like the sides here. This bit could be a little bit better. Now you see the brown clay, that was actually what I built for this bit right here. I came in and I started putting in some roots and it didn't look very good, but it's got potential, so we're going to extend these brown roots under the water. We're going to actually like remove the blocks down here and sort of extend the entire thing into this little pool and make this part of it as well, even though it's something that you'll never see. That's something I'd like to do, put some roots in and make it look cool. Right, so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. The roots at the back, the bits around the side, when they're done we'll probably have another quick look at it before we start work on this down here, but it's going to be the same deal as before, sort of entrance in the middle, little room down below for you to fall into with the instructions and stuff in. So, I guess I will be back with you in a moment. Alright, so it might not look too different, but the changes that I've made have made a big difference in the subtlest of ways. So, if we go over here, you can see, obviously, we put some grass around the outside, but also some carpets down as well. They fit in really well with these leaves. I've just plopped them down on top in random places, and it looks pretty good. And so all of this area over here has been done. We've got glowstone underneath those ones, so that gives it some lighting. Then round the back here, we have put in clay going all the way around the underside here. We've even got some vines hanging down, which are going to grow. All of the bottom of this is clay as well. So there's some brown for roots and some green, and it's ever so subtle, but when you come and look at it, it looks real good. And then same thing again over on this side. I might actually throw down a few more bushes, because some of this glowstone feels really exposed and it kind of stands out a little bit. But there you go, just if you look around the edges, you'll see more grass and more of those green carpets. They've got glowstone underneath to provide some lighting, as you can see right there. And now it looks really good, and that's all of this right here done. It's just the underneath bit, which I don't think is actually going to take too long, and building the elevator as well. So I'll do those things and I'll be back with you in a moment. I am totally in the zone today, loving how this project is going, and working with these green colours is just awesome. So easy to do. So, what I built right here is literally the first thing that I built. Went down, put down a few blocks, decided to put glass on top of the floor, and this pattern came up, and it looks absolutely lovely, I think. But here's the thing, if you take away the glass, I kind of feel it looks a little bit nicer, and maybe the fact that it's slightly lower down as well makes it look real good. But let's just remove a few blocks so you can see. Lovely pattern. It kind of reminds me of Sonic, the way you've got the two grass colours next to each other. For those of you that have played that game, you'll probably know what I'm on about. And if you haven't, well, that kind of goes for a lot of things, doesn't it? Anyway, right, we'll put all of that back, and this side over here is the side that I'm going to go with. I put some andesite around the outside and put in the walls like this. And as I was preparing this side for the same thing, where we've got alternating colours, I noticed that if I put it a block back, it looks really nice with the andesite around the outside. And I like that a lot. So over here as well we'll have our rules and instructions, same layout as before. If you have a look down in this cave, there are just loads of bad guys hanging out together. Let's actually go and have a little look and see what they're up to. So we've got a spider up there just hanging on the underside of the wall, that's all normal. We've got an enderman, we've got skeletons and zombies, and it's not been lit up in here. Wow, did he just get angry because of the skeleton hitting him possibly? So who's he aggro at? What's he doing here? Oh, okay, now he's teleported away. He might be aggro at me, I'm not sure. But yeah, a little cave full of mobs, we're going to have to light that up. Anyway, let's stop getting distracted and pop back up here. So we're going to do like that side on this side over here. Then I've got to figure out this entrance, which is probably going to be quite unglamorous. Pretty much just a little narrow corridor and then your minecart elevator right there. But we are almost done here. This thing has really come along well. And there's one thing that I'm a little undecided about, which is where to put the name of the game itself. I might save that for another day because we've got to remake the banners and it'll be a lot of work to get all the materials for that. I do have them somewhere in here. And I might give it a little bit of a different name as well. I might go back and check out the previous episode's comments because there are some really cool suggestions for names. And now that we have a little bit more flexibility as we're redoing this, I might actually rename it as well. But there you go. Anyway, so what are we doing? The inside of this, finalising that, building the minecart elevator, and then this thing is going to be done. It's done! I can't believe it. Everything has gone ever so smoothly. No creeper explosions, nothing going wrong. It's been a really cool day here on the servers today, actually, and I don't want it to come to an end, but we have done our project for now. So let's stroll on inside and have a look. So over on this side, how to play a lily drop. Initially, this sign was down here, and these ones were at the bottom, but I thought it was a little awkward to look down and read. But same instructions as before, slightly reworded. Over on this side, high scores. Same thing again, slightly reworded, and it says enter it into the book. There's no book, that's one little job that I've got to do, but it looks really cool. Very streamlined in here, not too much detail, just a very nice little room to take you over to here. So I built a minecart elevator as suggested by you guys, built it at the wrong height, so I decided to put a step like that so you could walk up and then right click on this thing, and before you know it, bam, you're at the top. That is insanely fast, really awesome way to get up here. Multiple people can use it at once as well, and I'm thinking about putting a pressure plate down right here, but for now we're going to leave it be, because in here you can get your lily pad, and then you can go and jump off the edge, spin around, whoa, and I missed, brilliant. But that is it, the game has been rebuilt, it looks about 10 times better, and I want all of you to let me know what you think of this down there in the comment box. I think it looks literally 100 times better than it did before. We have something gorgeous, it's a theme, it suits the theme park ever so well, and I love it. I think it looks great, I really do, and I want to say a huge thanks to Maiger for making this for me. This is just fantastic. All his work right here, it looks absolutely lovely, and without his help this would have looked absolutely terrible. If I was in charge of doing something like this, it would look really bad. But there you go, it looks amazing. And that's going to be it for this episode. I know it's a little shorter than usual, but I just wanted to get this thing rebuilt. Didn't want to waste too much of your time, and here it is. It looks awesome. So, if you've enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. It'll be greatly appreciated. You know that stuff helps. And yeah, I will catch you in the next episode. I don't know why I'm doing this, but it looks really weird. This F5 stuff is ridiculous. Do you like it? I don't know. I keep going into F5 and I think it's really silly. But anyway, that is it. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.